Welcome to February boating. I always used to think February was a month where you would just stay inside or not get out a ton, but this is early February and this is some of the nicest weather on the West Coast I've ever seen. The weather in the winter, especially the water, it's super clear. So right now I have like 30 to 40 foot visibility, which is incredible from being up on the dock. I could probably be out here in a t-shirt today. So we're going to take out our, we've had this boat up here now for almost a year. This is Pro 380 with a Merc 20 horsepower. This is a good boat for, on the high end of things, I'd say 5 people. It is rated higher. So this is an 8-person capacity boat. It has a weight limit of 2,260 pounds. Now, the chances of putting 2,260 pounds in here are very slim, but it is a very capable boat. This boat I would probably leave covered while I was away. This year we haven't. We like to always do a longer term tests on things, and if things were not in or in less than ideal situations, and this boat has held up incredibly well. Every time we've come, it looks exactly how we've left it. You can see today we have a beautiful coastline out here. The inlet's very calm, and we're gonna get out for a cruise. The dogs have been waiting now for a few days to head out on a cruise, so we're wrapping up the end of our trip here, so we'll get out on the water and let's go do some exploring. So we just run up all the way up the inlet here in Alberta Inlet, and just such a treat. You really do have to pay attention to the weather on days like this and in the winter, and you really want to be prepared. We have our 380. This is the Pro Series boat, so the full rubber protection under the hull, Stryker Shield. And I can't say enough good things about having Stryker Shield on your boat. I know it gives me, and it will definitely give you the confidence to possibly get out there and enjoy some different things without that worry, without the fear that if something should hit your boat, or you hit a log, or you hit something unknown. And that's what generally large bodies of water, there's a lot of unknowns. You got to pay a lot of attention out here. So by having that, it does help relieve some of that stress around, if I hit something, is anything going to happen? So yeah, it's definitely a really nice to have and good peace of mind. So guys, after having used all of our boats for various years, I can confidently say that the LX 380 is the middle of the road boat. So the 380, in my opinion, is going to be used. It's a great family boat. It's a boat that if you're going to be packing it up and putting it away, it doesn't seem a daunting task. It seems like this is something manageable that you guys are going to be able to do. So we always recommend the 380 is kind of the boat that is going to be set up and put away for families. If there's just a couple people and you're just putting around on the lake, you may want to consider a 320 or even a 270 or a 360. The 380, I find, is where you really kind of blend the performance that you may be looking for with the option to take your friends, your family, and have a lot of extra room. Not a lot, have some extra room for accessories and equipment. The more stuff you have, it really tends to fill the boat quickly. As you can see, and you'll see in a lot of my videos, I prefer personally to not have seats in my boat. I love the open concept of a boat being able to move around freely. I like to be able to put my stuff wherever it happens to go, not just feel, you know, the seats are in my way. Now you may feel completely different, and that's fine. The boats come with seats, so you can choose how you want to go about utilizing them. So for performance numbers on a 380 with a 20 horsepower, with 2 people, we have 2 dogs and some gear, we're averaging about 30 kilometers an hour. The boat will go a little bit faster. I don't like to run it at full speed. I like to run it at about 3/4 throttle. And there's a sweet spot in there where you can hear the motor is performing very nicely. It's not, you know, pushing it all the way every time you're out. I like to take care of my stuff for the most part. And so generally I'm running the boat at 3/4 throttle. I like to have, there's it's a stiffener on here. So I like to have mine set just in a bit. So, you know, if you have it fully open, it kind of feels like it's very loose and moving around a lot. I like to have mine just in a bit. Now, this can loosen off over time, and you need to tighten up this bolt back here. You just tighten the nut on top of there, and that tightens up the bolt in turn. And this is a friction system. So you can see it's running on this friction plate here. So that just allows you to have, you know, a little bit more control. You should always be holding on to this, but it just allows you to kind of like rest your arm rather than it flailing around in your arm. Yeah, other than that, this motor I've been running now for a few seasons. It's been incredible. I've never had, with any of the Mercs that I've ever run, I have never personally had a problem with any Mercury motor I've owned. Now, I should say, way back about 20 years ago, I had a Mercury Optimax that wasn't so optimal. It's been a long time since those motors have been out, and we've been very fortunate to be running these for the last bunch of years, and they've been great. The jets have been great. The props have been great. Every motor from the Mercury lineup that we've ever run has been really good. I haven't had... Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds. I haven't had as good of luck with other brand of outboards. I've had great luck with most, but I have had an issue with a major brand that I would not have suspected. So guys, yeah, I mean, feel free to ask us any questions you have or any videos you may like us to produce in the future. We're always looking for new ideas. And again, we're boating all year round. So early February, and it's just absolutely incredible. No gloves required, and just such a beautiful spot. We rolled up here into the end of this inlet. We came into this big bay in here. And on the far end of the bay, I saw what looked like a black bear, good sized black bear. But it was, you know, we were at the other end, and it's just so hard to say. So as we got closer, sure enough, I saw it moving. And just on the end, that's what it was a big black bear out in February. So I haven't spent, I don't really come to the West Coast in the winter. I've always been I've always thought that it just wouldn't be suitable for boating and crabbing and prawning, the things that we like to do. So there are some pulse openings available from time to time up here for prawning. It's not open right now, but we are expecting it to open at some point here, possibly in March. But I can say we'll definitely be out all year round now up here. It's just what an incredible treat it is to be out here. Guys, thanks for watching. Follow us along in our adventures back, and we're hoping to do some island hopping and some beach combing, so we'll see what comes our way.